The energy body doesn't die when the physical body dies. So the energy body endures in the environment. The energy body, like all the energy bodies, all of the subtle dynamic systems that, together make up the atmosphere of the earth, they all continue to endure. They take the energy of the sun, they take the energy of the earth itself and all of its processes, and they are sustained in the subtlest of fashions until they land in an appropriate place and begin again to express from their structure a human body. One question that we could have talked about, that we could sort of talk about now, is, what's the point of all this art? There are layers of meaning to it, but here's the fundamental meaning. In an environment that is, if we really understand non-duality, everything is an expression of one thing. Then, for me, that one thing I will call the life of the earth. Well, there's another term for that too, which is the biosphere. And in this non-dual environment, instead of, having a spiritual practice in which we are trying to go to some happy place, Buddhism and Vedanta both, and many strains of contemporary Tantrism, all imagine somehow that we are trying to deny the body. Let's deny the importance of the body, and let's, say the mind and the fundamental mechanisms underlying the mind are what are eternal. But it turns out that the mind and the body are totally interconnected, and you can't separate the two at all. So, there's only one thing. The body is divine in this, physical world of, physiology, biology and physiology. The body is divine. When the body dies, the fundamental energetic mechanism that is the foundation of the body still lives on. The question then is, like among most people in America today, what happens when you die? Do you have a soul? And we would say yes to that, the energy body. And what happens to that energy body? Where does it go? Does it go to heaven? Does it go to hell? If we are truly non-dual, and we have many actual observations, scientific, data to support our view that all environments are totally interconnected and interactive on every scale, then we would have to say our energy body, our soul, doesn't go anywhere. We are, in the biosphere. The biosphere is in us. We cannot be separated. We are one. So, if we're going nowhere, then everything is here and now. And so looking at the art, we understand that the function of this art is to remind us that the great souls who had very powerful, energetic energy bodies, those great souls and those powerful energy fields are still around us right this minute. And their energy is and their and all of the experience it is that energy body are available to us. It's here and now. And it is, this art is knocking us in the head and saying, get out of your head, get out of all your minuscule, self-absorbed, issues, and start to expand your heart and connect to all of the living abundance, the living knowledge, the living experience, the living love, the living compassion, the living kindness that you are surrounded by. And start to live, from and live with the beauty that, has been expressed in the form of the highest, most accomplished human beings for the, and live with that for the whole of your life. I mean, the art is here, not as decoration for the space. The art isn't adornment. The art is, to pull our attention, to remind us that the essence of this space is, total unity. And, in this space, the whole of, history of the highest of human endeavors, is still alive and is still happening in magical and wonderful ways. That's what the art's here for. So energy bodies don't die. Energy bodies live on. And in many ways, it's like if you read about the history of Mahasiddhas and Tibetan Buddhism and various mystical traditions, seekers, human seekers, are constantly meeting superhuman and supernatural beings who benefit them in the process of their sadhana. So all of this art is to remind us that we live, that the atmosphere is alive, that what is alive within us is alive all around us, and as we extend our awareness and drink in this living experience, that it transcends activity. We are blessed and transformed. And then the whole issue of, does our energy body live on, disappears.